Hello, crafty friends. Long time no see. I know I took a long break. Well, not from crafting, but I was just feeling lazy to record any videos. But here I am with the first video recorded in 2026. And this layout will be super fun, quite easy to make, but it will look really amazing and unique. I will be scrapbooking memories from our trip to Sea Life Aquarium, but the same kind of topic layout and everything can be used for underwater pictures if you like snorkeling or maybe scuba diving, or you visited aquarium, or you are on the beach. You can use the same idea to scrapbook your own pictures. I was inspired by the water bubbles and their round shape, and I will create sort of the underwater scene where the pictures will look like water bubbles, and I will not use any pattern paper collections or anything like this, so you can redo this layout over and over again with uh, simple basic simple basic products. And I am starting with blending my background. Blue color is the one I chose because this is the underwater scene. I have a salty ocean distress oxide ink, but you can use different blue color. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. I am also using this bigger brush from scrapbook.com, and I wish I have more of them for each color. I have smaller brushes for each color, but this bigger one is just much faster to work with. So I need to buy more of those. I am not aiming into the super smooth blending because this is underwater. This is kind of whimsical design, and I I'm trying to achieve this a little bit of patchy look, so it looks more lively, more like water moving. Plus, most of it will be covered with pictures and decorations. So do not worry if you made any error, boo-boo, it's not a problem. So after I will blend everything, I will use my sewing machine to sew around my circle with white thread. And I will do this because I blended over the pencil, and you can see the pencil marks, and you will not be able to erase them when they are covered with ink. That's why I'm doing the stitching. If you have more patience, you can do a hand stitching with a thicker thread, and it will look amazing. So I am going to do it off screen, and by the magic of video editing, I am back. I sew around 3 times with just this wonky, not so straight way. This is my favorite way. Not a great sewer. Well, I don't know, the person who sews. After everything is done, I am splattering white ink on top of my uh, sea water. I don't know. Let's call it water. So I'm creating those water tiny bubbles like the ones you breathe out with your snorkeling or something, you used to breathe underwater. Uh, and I will have to leave it to dry for a little bit. I used the last marker from scrapbook.com. They have white and black, and they are amazing because they are totally opaque and they cover so well. And there are also rankers for those two. Um, I have 6 pictures, and they are cutted out with round uh, dies actually, because most of them have a little bit different sizing diameter, and I glue them all on the white cardstock, and I am going to cut them out, leaving this small white frame around each of them. If you have a lot of round dies like those dies that only difference like in millimeter or two. You can die cut your white circles and glue your pictures on top of them, leaving white frame. I have a lot of circular dies, but I don't know, I thought it will be faster to just do it this way than looking for the dies that are slightly bigger than my pictures. And I'm not worried that this frame won't be exactly round or perfect. You will not notice it, I promise you. Now I'm going to create a seabed, like a sandy seabed, using this seabed, not bird, I don't know, a seabird, seabed, I don't know what happened with me. That's why I chose this beige paper. This is just the scrapbook.com smooth cardstock paper from some of the older paper pads. I torn them all apart and grouped them by color, so I cannot recall the name, but I think it was the neutrals. I'm not even sure if they are still available, but you can choose any other paper. If you don't have any cardstock, I think you can reach for craft cardstock. It will look good too. And I just tore it to create this less even look. It will blend better into my background. And I am gluing down everything to the dry water. So this will be my kind of an encore for a composition. So elements will not float around. I'm checking if everything is dry. And now it's time to arrange the pictures. I wasn't sure if I will use them all, but luckily I managed to think of the composition that gives justice to all of those pictures. Some of them will overlap, some of them are photos of just wildlife, not wildlife, but life in aquariums, and some of them are our photos up there. There is even the picture, the biggest one with the sea life title was taken outside the building. So you don't have to only use underwater pictures with this kind of design. Each picture will be backed with at least one layer of cardboard. I'm using this lightweight white cardboard, but you can use foam squares, foam tape, whatever you have on hand to add dimension. I use a lot of foam squares, but for bigger surfaces, just like those, I prefer not foam, cardboard. It's just more efficient and cheaper. And with the pictures that overlap one over another, I'm going to add two layers of cardboard, so they will have more dimension. And I have two of them glued down. I have four more to go. And after I will glue down every photo, I will decorate my page. And I don't know, I scrapbook this page in my head for few, I would say weeks. I had this idea and I was just, I don't know if you have something like this in your creative process. I was doing it in my head, expecting some result. And when I sat down and actually made the page, I was surprised how well it matches, my uh, my internal design that I did while not scrapbooking physically. And I'm really happy how it turned out. It took me much less time than I anticipated. All the pictures are glued down, and now I will embellish everything with these shape dies. Those are called coastal charms, and we have all sorts of sea creatures here. And I use the newest tropical smooth cardstock pad to cut all those fishes, octopuses, octopi, crab, lobster, and I'm going to use them to decorate the page. All the colors are from this tropical paper pad. I did it off screen because, well, I made few projects with this die set already, and those are sort of leftovers. I just sat down one evening, made a bunch of die cutting, and I used some of those for cards, and those are the ones that I got left, and those will go on the layout. So I don't think I shared the cards yet, but they are also super fun. They are perfect for Valentine's Day because one of the newest stamp sets from scrapbook.com has just the perfect sentiments for this kind of marine creatures. And I'm also using Coastal Charms ribbons. They are also a novelty, and they have two pages. One page is more like underwater, and one is like a beach themed. And with this underwater, we have like those corals, I don't know, those water plants, let's call them this way. So I'm using the stick and I'm rubbing them in the seabed. There are four of them in this set, and I'm going to use all four of them on this design, on this layout. Um, you have to be careful because sometimes when you have mixed media and inks on the background, especially distress oxide inks that has a little bit of chalky finish, and it may interrupt good rubbing of your rub-ons. So just be prepared that the final result may not be perfect, and maybe you will have to hide something behind other element if you're rubbing directly on the background, which is not even like in my case. I also have those white splatters, layers, so it's not that easy to rub perfectly, but scrapbook.com rub-ons have really good quality, and usually I don't have any problems with them. After rubbing those sea plants, I'm going to start gluing down all the sea creatures, and I'm using foam tape, not cardboard, because with smaller elements I prefer this kind of adhesive. And after gluing all the fishes and other creatures, I will add more rub-ons. There are also few fishes in this set. There are seashells, and I will use them to enrich my design to make it more colorful and full. So basically, I'm just using those shape dies and rub-ons to embellish my whole page. And with those fishes and other sea creatures, this set is so versatile that you can revisit it over and over again. And for me, it's good to have at least one of those sets, and you can create layout cards. So this a product you can use over and over again. And troubles, well, they use up, but you have so many elements in this set that you can use them to make not only one page, but many, many other cards. There are also few super cute sentiments in this set. So this kind of layout without any specific and special collection, uh, I would say it's very affordable to make, especially that you get left with so many items that you can reuse over and over again. And even if you don't have any sea themed collection, you can still make beautiful full page like I did. Well, in my opinion, it's beautiful. And I'm adding more seashells to the mix. I'm putting them in the seabed on the sand. Well, something that should work like a sand. And there are also few fishes that I'm going to add. They are smaller than the ones that I have created with dice, which is great because they add another dimension, like you think they are deeper. And there is also the lobster crab. There is a sandcastle, waves, clouds, seagulls. So plenty of elements to play with. So I think I am done with embellishing everything, and now it's time for the title. And it will be Aquarium Adventure. And I was thinking, where should I place the title? And then I had an epiphany that I should place them like a wave under the picture and over the picture. So I needed some smaller alphabet stickers. Those are from one of the Paige Evans collections from American Crafts. So it means they are quite old, maybe 2 years, probably, something like that, because Paige doesn't have any new collections with American Crafts. She's a Pink Fresh Studio designer right now, so all her new collections come out with Pink Fresh Studio. So we have Aquarium Adventure title, and my layout is almost done. I really like this idea of this wavy title. I think it looks super fun. And those stickers stick well because they are made of foam, so you don't have to add extra adhesive under each letter. If they would be puffy stickers, you would have to, especially over the um, distress oxide ink like I have. I'm just pressing firmly everything, making sure everything sticks. And now I have this pop of color in royal blue color, and I'm applying it all over the water for like a darker accent. And I could use enamel dots. Well, I could if I have them in the color that I needed. I didn't have that many, that's why I used the pop of colors. And I'm creating like a smaller but higher dots, and I want to achieve this more flat look. So I'm tapping under them with my finger, and they kind of spread and flatten, and then they look much more like enamel dots. So just be careful not to tap too many times, because otherwise they will become very flat. But this is a really cool trick to flatten your thoughts. And here is the finished page. Here are a few close-ups. Thank you so much for staying with me. Don't forget to check the description box, where I will leave you the links to the products I use. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments if you waited for my video or you just forgot about me already. I hope I will be again back next week with another project. I'm sending you a lot of hugs from snowy Poland, and see you soon on other video. Bye!